Okay, board members, please take your seats. Please take your seats. We are ready to begin our observance. As always, I want to begin with a reminder to this board that our observances are a part of our racial and social justice work, which means it is a part of your work, which means that you are making a commitment right now to listen and to learn and to prepare to teach. That is your role as educators. It is your role as unionists. It is your role at that unique crossroads that we find ourselves as educators and as unionists. Understanding that right now, we have been called to do this work. So you know my expectation is that you're hanging on every word, you're reflecting all the time, you're learning, and you're thinking about what you are going to share. Real education means to inspire people to live more abundantly, to learn to begin with life as they find it and make it better. As we begin today's Black History observance, my ask of you is to ground yourself in both your heart and in your mind, in the words of Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Dr. Woodson's work, the study and celebration of Black history, led to the creation of Negro History Week, which we celebrate 100 years later as Black History Month. Dr. Woodson's words align deeply with our ongoing responsibility as the leaders of this nation's largest labor union. The 3 million of our members, 14,000 of our locals, 51 of our state affiliates, all of us aligned in a way that we can inspire every student, and we can work in collaboration and power to actually build a better world. No matter the obstacles that may stand in our way, and while this administration works to dismantle public education and to use ICE to bring fear and trauma into our schools and into our communities and the homes of the people who call this nation home, we, the NEA, will stay focused. We, the NEA, will use our talents. We, the NEA, will use our power in creating that better world. And I'm saying this really to our speaker because you already know this. For as long as it takes, we, the NEA, will fight back and we will fight forward. Both of those things. We will do both of those things. Because we must. And we have joining us today a partner in both of those things. Dr. Reverend Siobhan Arlene Bradley, the President and CEO of the National Council of Negro Women. Most of you already know she is an ally. I have to believe you know she is our sister. What you may or may not know is she is my friend. She is my friend. And I knew when we made the call to her, there was only one answer. And that is yes, and that is why she is here. Our phenomenal chair of the Black Caucus, Ms. Karen Moore. Will tell us more. Karen?
Oh, yeah! Peace and blessings, everyone. My name is Karen Moore, and I'm the chair of the NEA Black Caucus. Thank you. Greetings to our president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, our executive director, and the members of the board. I would also like to introduce my officers, Stephanie Johnson, the vice chair, Robert Ellis, our treasurer, Janae Bush, our secretary, and we are so blessed that we have 3 regional directors on the board, Lakeisha Patterson from Texas, Charlotte Latte from Washington, and Brother Cartier Scott from Florida. And we also want to recognize our board Black Caucus, Ms. Turquoise Lugene Parker, Wendy Carey, and Lori Parker. So get ready, because you know I'm extra, right? As we celebrate the 60th anniversary of the 1966 merger between the National Education Association and the American Teachers Association, we must ground ourselves in the broader movement that made that moment possible. In 1935, Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune founded the National Council of Negro Women on a bold and transformative vision to unify African American women organizations and to amplify the voices of Black women in the fight for civil rights, economic justice, and educational opportunity. NCNW also understood something fundamental. Education is power. When you educate a woman, you educate a family. When you empower Black women, you uplift entire communities. That same truth echoes in the story of ATA. The American Teachers Association represented Black educators in segregated schools at a time when they were excluded from the predominantly white NEA. These educators taught excellence under inequitable conditions, but the merger was not simply administrative. It was the dismantling of segregated professional structures. It was a declaration that educators, regardless of race, belong in one unified body, advocating for students and for each other. Unity was not a convenience. Unity was conviction. And 60 years later, we face a climate that tests our convictions. Across this nation, we see attacks on honest history, efforts to roll back diversity and inclusion initiatives, persistent inequalities in school funding, and policies that disproportionately impact Black students and educators. The environment is complex. The rhetoric is loud, but so is our legacy. So I ask you, when unity is tested, what do? We stand together. When equity is challenged, what do? We lead boldly. When truth is threatened, what do? We teach anyway. You know that's right. The ATA merger strengthened NEA because it infused this organization with deep civil rights urgency and a broad moral responsibility. It affirmed that we cannot advocate for children while tolerating inequity within our own profession. Celebrating 60 years is not a look back, but it's about stepping forward. Forward with policy that matches our principles. Forward with recruitment and retention of Black educators. Forward with the courage to protect every child's rights to a full and truthful education. The next 60 years will be defined by what we do in this moment. Let's honor our legacy with action. Let's transform our unity into power. Let us lead. And now I would like to introduce to you Reverend Siobhan R. Bradley. She is the president and CEO of the executive officer of the National Council of Negro Women and brings 21 years of experience in healthcare, diversity, equity, and inclusion, government affairs, and executive leadership. She is also the founding principal and CEO of REACH, Beyond Solutions, a public health advocacy and executive leadership firm promoting DEI, political and organized strategy, risk management, government affairs, and technical assistance. Prior to starting REACH, she served as a senior advisor and director of external engagement during the Obama administration in the Department of Health and Human Services for the 19th U.S. Surgeon General. Before her tenure in the Office of U.S. Surgeon General at the National Association for Advancement of Colored People headquarters, Reverend R. Bradley served as the Executive Vice President of Strategic Planning and Partnerships, as well as the former Chief of Staff. She is a community advocate serving in leadership capacities in the following organizations: Delta for Women in Action, NAACP Board of Directors Health Committee, Delta Sigma Theta and Sorority Incorporated National Social Action Commission, and the Oprah Winfrey Network Initiative Own Your Health. In addition, she's an active member of the American Public Health Association's link, Jack and Jill of America, just to name a few. Furthermore, in 2024, Reverend R. Bradley became the youngest to keynote the Martin Luther King Jr. Beloved Committee Commemorative Services, the world-renowned annual celebration of Dr. King's birthday organized at the King Center. A Southerner, New Jersey native, she earned her undergraduate degree in exercise science, master's in public health from Tulane University in New Orleans. She also graduated from the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology in Virginia, with a master's in divinity, where she too became an ordained minister. Reverend R. Bradley completed an executive certificate of business management from Howard University, an executive certificate in diversity and inclusion from Cornell University. Reverend R. is a lover of all things sports, music, avid resort traveler. Most important are her faith, her family, and she enjoys being a wife to Andrew Bradley and the mother of 2 children. NEA board, strap up, get your offering ready, because you're about to go to the church. I introduce you to Reverend Arline Bradley.
To God be the glory. Just stay standing with me if you don't mind. I just want you to activate a moment of gratefulness for life. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. Somebody's baby didn't come home last night. And so just for the air that we breathe, I am grateful to stand before you, humbled
as the birthright of Bethune and as a daughter of Dorothy. And in our world, that is Dorothy Height. And as you inhale, I want you to inhale gratitude and exhale hate. Inhale the beauty of our people and exhale racism. Inhale the breaths of the babies that you teach and exhale the disregard for their life and humanity. And I want you to clap for yourselves because you made it another day. Yes. You may be seated. Now, I'm Baptist. But lucky for you, I got a basketball game to go to. Don't let these hills fool you. I'm a boy mom. And my son's a hell of a point guard, and so missing games is not a part of my equation. And he's got 3 games today, and they tipped off at 12. My husband's like, where are you? I said, hold on, I'll be there in a minute. But I got to talk to the NEA first because I wouldn't miss this moment for the world. I got 15 minutes. I gave a preacher 15 minutes. That's funny. And I'm going to take off 15 and 20 seconds of it. But before I do, I want to just honor our leadership who is here. I am so proud of this executive leadership. I get to watch often the foolishness. We are still standing, NCNW, as the only organization with a Black and woman-owned building on Pennsylvania Avenue. And so every single day I sit between the Capitol and the White House. And I often wonder what Dorothy is thinking. Because every day, those that hate me have to walk by our building. And there are moments that I just say, God, I thank you for waking me up this morning to see that those that hate me got to deal with me anyway. I'm going to give a speech, but I got to give you context for who I am. And if it had not been for the teachers, I want to tell you where I'm from, Camden, New Jersey. My father was a 1st grade, 3rd grade, 5th grade teacher from 1974 to 1990. He became an assistant principal in 1990 and retired in 2007. My brother's currently a 1st grade teacher at H.B. Wilson Elementary in Camden, New Jersey. And the dues that we paid every month went to NJEA. So if Jersey's in the house, go ahead and make your noise, Jersey. You can own this product. Because if it had not been for Monk, Vaughn Hammond, Brown, Maynard, and Lewis, who were my first 5 teachers, and I told them in the room the other day, just a few minutes ago, that I was going to talk about this in context. That I am just excited to see the diversity in this room because America sits here. What a humbling moment to see the beauty of our country. And I also want to say thank you. I was a COVID parent. I'm still recovering. Micah was in kindergarten during COVID. And I don't drink often, but I drank for about a year. I'll give you context. Let me say thank you for every educator, for every principal, for every counselor. I thank God for you. Because you have a gift
And it was not mine. I can preach all day, but teaching them words, I said, boy, get away from me. E-R-I-R-O-R, I did them all. And so I want to say thank you to the educators, to all of those that are in this room, to the caucus, to executive leadership, to the ED, to everyone here. I see there's some Deltas in the house. Hey, Soros, I see y'all. They're not going to let me live. I better say it. I better say it. And to all of the Divine Nine in the house, we are all one. I love you all. I love you all. Look at my white friends like, what are y'all talking about? It's okay. Don't worry. It's a collective thing. It's a total family thing. Don't worry. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. And I want to say this to you before I start. The conversation that I had a whole speech, and I wrote it up, and I just tore it up yesterday. Because I have to speak to you from my heart. And I'm a boy mom of an 11-year-old boy. He takes my breath away. And every day I think about those that have him in his care. I just want him to come home. I just want him to be okay. And I want to thank every teacher that touches a child for all that you do to keep these children alive. On behalf of every parent that does not even know how to articulate it. For every child that acts crazy because they've not been given a chance. Thank you for not giving up on them. Because my chocolate drop, he's fine too, he's fine now. He gets it from me too, he's fine like his mama. I told his dad, you all right, but. And so just for a minute, because you know, he does that to me. Any parent can tell you. Any black parent can tell you. I just want him to have self-love. And there have been white, black, brown, red teachers that have loved him deeply. And I am so grateful to the entire profession for what you do for our children. So thank you, and I'm grateful. If I was preaching, I would have taken a text. It's very clear to me. For we know that all things work together for good, for them that love God and are called according to his purpose. I'm not here to offend any faiths. I have a context when I think about what is good. If I was preaching, I would have titled this moment, "You Are the Power Rangers." I shared with the team just a few minutes ago that my brother is a first grade teacher, and he's a teacher in a city that is known for crime. Camden, New Jersey at one time was the smallest city that had the largest murder rate in the country. But what we often tell people is that most diamonds come from the rough. And because I am a diamond, I want to tell you about what Camden has put into play. My brother walks into his class every morning with an affirmation, and the kids walk in like this. I don't even know why they do it, but they love the beat. They can't help it. And I said, Sean, why do you do that? He said, because I want them to understand their heartbeat and the rhythm of who they are. And I'm coming here to give you your rhythm, NEA. Your heartbeat is clear. The question is, do you know you're a Power Ranger? Do you know that the children see you as invincible? Do you understand that what you put in will either come out void or valued? And so he said, Siobhan, the kids are starting to call me Mr. Power Ranger. I said, what does that mean? He said, it's very simple. When I walk in the room, they see a black man and assume that I can do anything because he's in the room. And some might say, well, that's not really that deep, Siobhan. The Power Rangers are little guys with 12 colors that kill each other on TV. But to the children, he's a Power Ranger because what he represents is a safety that the children often don't have access to. And so every time they walk in, to the heartbeat, to the rhythm of education, of access, but here's the real world, love. They walk in the room dancing, maybe hungry, but dancing. Maybe abused, but dancing. And that's because they had a teacher that sees them as valuable. For we know that all things work together for the good for them that love God and are called according to his purpose. But here's the challenge in these moments. As an institution, the NEA has been known to be on the front lines. But the question is, do you understand that you're really a power ranger? Because you can be on the front line with no power. You could show up, but have little impact because you have no power. And so if I had a moment, I would give you context for the 4 things you need to understand to be a real power ranger in this movement that we're calling democracy saving. I'm Baptist, so I'm going to give you 4 and get out the door. In order for you to understand who you are as power brokers, power rangers, you must first have courage. Somebody say courage. Courage to stand in the face of the board. Courage to stand in the face of those that tell you what you can and cannot do. Courage to be crafty enough to get the message out anyway. That even when they say no, you say, I'm going to find my yes. Courage to tell the children that this, what you see, is wrong. Courage to say that, yes, you've been told one thing, but let me show you something else. Courage to be able to face the opposition with love. Now, I'm from Camden. That's hard. Because sometimes I'm faced with the opposition in my face. They don't understand. I do know the Lord, but I do carry. I know him. And I don't promote violence. But there have been more violent threats to us in this time of my life than I've ever experienced. I've had to change my son's school route. We now have security. We now have a whole new world. And what I'm saying to you is that courage is absolutely a responsibility for those that are bringing knowledge to the next generation. Your courage will change the trajectory of our future because you are teaching the next congresswomen and congressmen. You are teaching the next senators. You are teaching the next governors and mayors. So you got to have courage. Second thing you have to have is character. Somebody say character. Now let me help you with this character thing. What is interesting is that most people assume that all teachers have good character. But let me offer that character can only be begotten when character is infused with humanity. You can't have character if you don't see me as human. And so I would offer you today as NEA leaders to begin to activate your plans to change the characters around you. Who are you hearing from? Who is infusing their ideas into you? What networks are you listening to? And are you open to the fact that character shifts? And so as I think about courage and character, I want to just offer this to you this afternoon. Those 2 pieces of context will not only build you as an industry leader, but will also make you a face for the young people to model after. I sometimes wish that teachers would have to go through the car wash so we can get some of the mud off for you. When you walk into a classroom, when you walk into a school, because the mud is really what life throws at you. And sometimes we bring inside of the classroom the crap that we've dealt with. And we then infuse it onto the babies and wonder why they're acting out on us. And let me offer you that the character car wash is here today to say you need to assess yourself. Who do you need to apologize to? What relationship do you need to mend now? What plan do you have to put into place where your young people see that we can learn how to activate and disagree disagreeably and agreeably and civilly? So yes, courage, character. Here's the next thing, commitment. Now, I rarely question a teacher's commitment because I know most of you all spend your own money, take children home. I've had more of my clothes sent to children. They don't belong to me because I grew up in a house like that. We would clothe kids. I said, Mom, where are my shoes? She said, you don't need them. Huh? But that kind of commitment can't be bought. I'm here to challenge your commitment. Have you fully given yourself to the profession, or is your misery standing in the way of your ministry? I'm pushing you today. I'm pushing you to commit your full selves in a way that is healthy for you and your family, but most of all, healthy for your children that you serve. I told the folks this earlier. Hear me. Courage, character, commitment. My last C is coalition. I'm going to say this to you very plainly. America never won any battles without a diverse coalition. I'm going to say it plainly. We do not have any of the rights that we have because of one group of people. I want to say it for the people in the back. They didn't hear me. Hear me. There's not any coalition, any right that we have actually gained without a diverse coalition of leaders. Let me be clear about coalition. Coalition in many spaces is embedded with white supremacy. What does that mean, Siobhan? I'm going to tell you what it means. It means there's a massive amount of assumptions that are made about people because of what supremacy has taught us in context. I look at you and assume something about you. That's where prejudging, prejudice comes from. How many people here are prejudiced? Raise your hand. Yeah, that's not a trick question. Everybody's supposed to raise their hand. Come on. You see what it does? We can't even tell the truth. The truth is, you saw me and said, who is the bald head girl with the red shoes? That's prejudice. Prejudge. And we laugh about it, but it's so true. And I want to kind of bring your defenses down. You're human. You prejudge what you see. And what context says is what I saw on TV, the way that I grew up, will give me an assumption about you based on my experiences. But if those experiences are not embedded with coalition and other forms of representation, I'll keep one assumption about you. And that's the beauty of the education industry, is that this is the place where representation actually clears the way for activation. So here's the word for you today. Representation is a manifestation for the advancement of your vocation. Representation. All of the differences that we have in our classrooms, in this room, on this board, in this space, is the manifestation of the advancement of your vocation. There can be no education without diversity. I want to close with this on coalition. I left some slides for you all because there are some key things I want you to take home in this work. In coalition, my friends, it is very clear to me, the power and the right to vote is the literal, I kind of call it the end all be all of rights. Your ability to cast a ballot is the fundamental right of this country's citizens. I want to say it for you to hear me. And if the NEA does not show up in coalition to activate at the ballot box, then who are you? Then why do you exist? 435 seats are going to be up for re-election in November in the U.S. House of Representatives. 33 Senate seats are up for re-election in the U.S. Senate. And my question to you is NEA in the building? My question for you is, are you ready to be on the front line in coalition? You've got to show up. You've got to show out. You've got to agitate. You got to legislate. You got to activate. You got to motivate. And when it's all said and done, it'll be the NEA that changed this country. It'll be the educators that changed this country. And then we will say, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, NEA. We got the word this morning. And the word is, you are the Power Rangers. With that comes great responsibility. And Reverend Bradley just laid out that great responsibility that is on your shoulders right now. She talked about our verbs, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. Those action words that guide us every single day. And she added for us 3. It's only 3. So I expect you to memorize them. It's only 3. Courage, character, commitment, and coalition. They're all 4, you right. There's a number 4. And coalition. And laid them out for us in a way. There are verbs. Laid it out in a way that it was a challenge to us. Siobhan, we understand that on this racial and social justice journey, that we start with that commitment to awareness. And we acknowledge that we are not there yet. We are on a journey. We are all on different places of that journey. But the commitment to increasing our awareness and building our capacity so we can take action, because we understand that our babies are depending on us to be worthy of them. We understand that. So we will do the work that you challenged us to do every day. And we know that you will be in partnership with us to get it right, to get it right. Board members, I need you to give it up one more time for this phenomenal woman and human who stands at the center of this fight, always in all ways. Give it up, give it up, give it up. As is customary, we will join together in singing the Negro National Anthem, and I believe our chair will help lead us. Yes, she will. Get on it. In Lift Every Voice and Sing.
In Black Caucus tradition, when we end our caucus meetings, we always end with a shot of chant. So this is a call and response, so I call and you respond. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support one another. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support one another. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains.